In LA, a wild scene in Beverly Hills after a short chase ends in a crash. Police spend hours trying to get a suspect out of a pickup truck. Plus, a deadly hit and run in Playa del Rey leaves 2 dead, including a child, and police searching for the driver who ran off. That's next on Good Night LA. With breaking news, an armed suspect and hostage standoff grips Beverly Hills tonight. This is a look at the scene from Sky Fox. Good evening to you. I'm Susan Hirasuna. An armed man barricaded in his car for more than 8 hours now with a hostage on board. Fox 7's Matthew Seedorf is live at the scene with the latest. Has anything changed since we talked to you last?
No, Susan, this is still continuing, and this is just so intense. Imagine being that hostage in the car with an armed suspect now for going on 8.5 hours, and this negotiating has been taking place throughout that time with members of law enforcement and that armed suspect. I'll step out of the way. Elliot will show you what we're seeing tonight. You can see the Bearcats in here. This is a live look. Members of law enforcement hiding behind that armored vehicle, just kind of waiting to make their next move as, again, that armed suspect is inside that pickup truck with someone inside. Now, if you take a look at this video, this is from before police told us to move back. Very intense. The suspect in that pickup truck with the sunshade covering the windshield, making it hard for the LA County Sheriff's Special Enforcement Bureau to see inside. And this is here at Burton and Robinson. But this all actually started this morning. LA County deputies tried to pull this man over for a traffic stop. During that, a deputy was dragged by this car and injured while the suspect got away. Then about 12 hours later, his plate pinged in Beverly Hills. There was a chase and a crash, and now he's been barricaded in that car with a hostage for about 8.5 hours.
I was in my apartment over here, just a couple doors over, and I heard a loud crash and a bang and obviously a whole lot of sirens. Oh my God, they still have him at gunpoint? After they kind of got him in, they were telling him to put his hands out the window. That's when I decided to come down and check it out, but obviously he didn't listen.
Now, according to multiple reports, the suspect is a rideshare driver, and the passenger, the person that is being held hostage, was a customer. So just imagine what that person is going through. Sources tell me, though, that the suspect has been in what they're calling sporadic communication with negotiators here at the scene, and that the hostage right now is alive. We're live. Matthew Seedorf, Fox 11 News.
Disturbing information indeed, that the rider truly is innocent and has nothing to do with this this driver. Okay, thank you so much, Matthew. We will stay in touch. All right. Now this information for you. Let me get in the right spot on my computer. Thank you so much. Firefighters spent the night battling a large blaze at an auto salvage yard in Pacoima. When crews arrived on Montague Street, they found multiple vehicles and outbuildings fully engulfed near a carport next to a commercial building. More than 100 firefighters were called in as they worked in a defensive mode to get the upper hand. No one was hurt, and investigators are now trying to figure out what started. Tragedy in Playa del Rey after a driver slams into a car, killing a man and a baby, then escapes the scene. Well, tonight police are searching for that driver. Fox 7's Rachel Aragon has the story.
Learning about it on my walk here, it's devastating.
Remnants of a deadly early morning hit-and-run crash Sunday, stopping Playa del Rey residents in their tracks. LAFD says the two-car accident near Vista Del Mar, south of Culver Boulevard, left one man and a young child dead. Authorities say a woman was also injured in the crash and in critical condition.
That's horrible. What you just told me, yeah, tragic.
While you don't see it, you can hear the violent crash on this surveillance video. The relationship between the victims is still unknown, but fire officials say the driver of one of the vehicles involved in the accident fled the scene. First responders say the suspect is a man in his 30s.
It's crazy. People come flying down here all the time. It's narrow.
Right now, it's still unclear if speed or alcohol was a factor in Sunday's crash, but residents say one thing is for sure, this stretch has historically been prone to people driving at high speeds.
Generally what you'll see is people braking really hard as they go into that.
In general, people are always just driving too fast. I mean, I can't speak to, the details of what happened. I'm just learning about this now, but it's devastating.
And that area, by the way, is a 35 miles per hour zone. We're also told that one-year-old was in critical condition and later died at the hospital. I'm Rachel Aragon, Fox 11 News.
One day after President Trump seemed to dismiss Iran's latest offer for peace talks, Tehran now says it has received a response from the United States. Fox's Brian Yennis has the story.
The U.S. blockade of the Strait of Hormuz continues, despite Tehran asserting it controls the waterway and ships not affiliated with America or Israel can pass if they pay a toll.
What is certain is that we will not step back from the Strait of Hormuz, and it will not return to its pre-war state.
Sunday, a large cargo ship near the strait reported being attacked by multiple small boats just 11 nautical miles west of the coast of Iran. The crew on board were all reported safe, and while Iran did not take responsibility, the attack is one of at least a dozen that have taken place since the war began. The attack came amid intense negotiations over an Iranian 14-point proposal to end the war. Tehran claims it's received a U.S. response to its offer and is now reviewing it. They also made it clear it did not include nuclear negotiations, a sticking point for President Trump, who on Saturday signaled military action could resume.
Sir, under what circumstances would you restart military strikes on targets?
If they misbehave, if they do something bad, but right now, we'll see, but it's a possibility that could happen, certainly.
What does the proposal include? Among the requests, according to Iranian state media, 30 days of talks to end the war, a withdrawal of U.S. troops, a lifting of the U.S. blockade of Iranian ports and sanctions, and an end of the war between Israel and the Iranian-backed militant group Hezbollah in Lebanon. The final point may be a tough ask, as Israel and Hezbollah continue exchanging rocket and drone attacks despite a U.S.-brokered ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon. And there is no end in sight to fighting in southern Lebanon, with Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowing to stay in Lebanon until Hezbollah is fully disarmed. In Tel Aviv, Brian Yennis, Fox News.
All right, well, the situation in the Middle East affecting our gas prices here. Gas prices in Southern California continue to rise. It's $6.18 per gallon to fill up in LA County. Orange County is at $6.16. Ventura County, Riverside, and San Bernardino counties are all over $6 per gallon. A celebratory vibe this morning at Bell's annual 5K run walk known as the Rise and Run. Participants took off from the Bell Community Center. The popular event was packed with runners and walkers of all ages. There was even a 1K for the kiddos. Coming up, the LA mayor's primary is less than a month away, and each of the top candidates has some big-time support. We'll break down who is supporting each candidate. That's next. Plus, thousands of Spirit Airline passengers are stuck this weekend after the budget carrier suddenly shut down operations.
As we head into this work week, we are tracking a bit of moisture, but also some temperatures soaring up by the time we arrive at next weekend. All those details on the other side of this break.
The LA mayor primary is less than a month away. Each of the top candidates has their share of top donors. Karen Bass is backed by major Hollywood power players, including J.J. Abrams, Samuel L. Jackson, and LaToya Jackson. Councilmember Nithya Raman is drawing support from a more progressive creative circle, including Mindy Kaling, Jon Favreau, and Adam Scott. Do we know if that's John the podcaster or John the actor? Spencer Pratt has backing from Jeannie Buss, Catherine McPhee, and reality producer Jeff Jenkins. According to the prediction market platform Kalshi, Nithya Raman currently has a 53% chance to win the mayor's race, followed by Bass and Pratt. Kalshi markets constantly move because people are always buying and selling based on what they think will happen. So the more money that comes in on a candidate, the better their chance. Speaking of prediction markets, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer is expanding his fight against political gambling following a unanimous Senate vote to bar its own members from prediction markets. Schumer now wants that ban extended to the House, the Trump administration, and the judiciary. He argues that with the new Senate rules already in effect, the rest of the federal government must follow suit to protect public trust.
People who write our laws, our nation's secrets, and command our military should not be able to use the prediction markets to wager on the outcomes of their own work. And we must never allow Congress to turn into a casino.
Calls for bans against government officials trading on prediction markets have grown. An Army soldier pleaded not guilty to fraud charges over allegations he used confidential information to bet on when former Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro would be out of office.
Good Night LA Weather is sponsored by the law offices of Larry H. Parker.
We are checking in a live look here out at the LAX area there in the distance. We do see that drive into those terminals rather busy out there, but also our skies. We do have an increase of that cloud cover getting through tonight. Now, we had some drizzle early this morning across some of the area. Not everyone saw that. And so as we do get into tomorrow, but also Tuesday, we are looking at another shot of maybe some drizzle on the rise, but also a chance for a few light showers popping off across the area. Satellite and radar right now, it is coming in dry, but we do have all of that cloud cover streaming across the area. Earlier today, downtown LA, not just clouds, also some sunshine in place, but still with that system approaching, temps drop down. 66 degrees for our highs today. You can see normally we're at 73, so we didn't quite make that, and nowhere near those record temperatures of 101 degrees back in 2004. As we do head into tomorrow, but also Tuesday, we can expect that our temperatures are going to be on the cooler side. That low pressure system sitting off to the north of us earlier this weekend, well, it has drive down south, and so with that, as it does move closer to our coastline, we are going to see the drizzle, but also the light showers as that system passes across Southern California. We are going to see with that system exiting to the east, drier conditions by the middle of the week, but then also we are going to have a warm up as a secondary system will move in and really drive those temperatures up. We're talking about in the 80s by the time this weekend arrives for the LA and surrounding areas. Here's a look into tomorrow morning. This is the 11 a.m. hour. Wanted to show you what our models are still indicating. A few showers passing across the area, very likely. Some of us going to miss the shower chances, but still drizzle in the forecast, and this will be the case moving into throughout the day tomorrow, but also moving into Tuesday. We do still have a chance for some of those spot showers sticking around across the area. By the time Wednesday gets here, that's when that second shift is expected to happen. Our system moved off to the east of us, but again, we will be left behind that system, and so with that, we are expecting to have that northeast wind flowing in, otherwise known as the Santa Ana. So expect it to be a little gusty around the area, picking up into a little bit later in the week here, and then of course our high pressure system is going to work its way in as well. So by the time we arrive at Thursday, Friday, and into next Saturday and Sunday, we're expecting that those temperatures will reflect, I'd say about 10 to close to 15 degrees warmer across some of the area. Of course, I'll be back with those details and your 7-day forecast coming up. For now, Susan, back to you.
Thank you so much. Well, coming up, you know him from viral videos online, but behind the laughs and the green suit is a deeper story. Nick Darnell is sharing about purpose, identity, and impact. You may recognize him from social media, bringing a familiar green character to life or making people laugh online. Star Harvey joins us again to show us who the man is behind the green screen.
That's right. Right, behind the green screen, right? Susan, you know, there's more to Nick Darnell's story than meets the eye. What I can tell you is that an amazing person. We're going to go ahead and show you the story right here.
If you've spent any time scrolling, chances are you've seen him. Bringing the Grinch to life or dropping a "What's poppin' twin?"
What's poppin' twin?
But who's the man behind the big green suit?
I know my birthright is to be an entertainer, a performer. Like, I know that's something that God created me to be.
It's party time!
I'll be growing up and it'll be a really sad moment that we just lost like a family member or a celebrity. And my family would kind of look to me or like wait, and naturally they didn't even have to look at me. I would find moments to make people smile again.
For Nick Darnell, making people laugh isn't just a skill, it's who he's always been.
How can I make this better for everyone?
And even in life's hardest moments, he found purpose in lifting others up. That purpose was built early.
My parents were so positive and like supportive of everything I did. So from doing theater to doing like goofy impressions at home.
I guess I could use a little social interaction.
I grew up in a church. Like, it was just like a no-brainer to go to church 4 times a week, like growing up in the South. That's all I needed. It was like, all right, if my people support me, if they back me, if I have like my faith, then I can do anything.
And grounded in something deeper.
I will not continue any part of my day without talking to God first, praying to Christ. I am nothing without like God's plan for me.
Long before the cameras, there was a stage.
At my school, there was different auditions, like you could present like a piece or like do like a performance from a poet. And I'll go to my mom, like, Mom, I want to do this. And she gave me like some options. She was like, you could do this, you could do this, you could do this. And it was like one particular one called Landlord by Langston Hughes. And yeah, I went on stage, did the monologue, Landlord, Landlord. And when I got up there, I was like, man, I wasn't nervous. I was nervous before, but as soon as I started performing, it just felt like right, it just felt natural.
That moment sparked something.
Musical theater was the perfect way to help me tap into that ability of what I want on camera. So my dream is always like movie musicals. So to do it on stage live and have that instant gratification from the audience, I was like, oh, I can do this.
Inspired by what he saw on screen.
High School Musical 2, when I saw like young Zac Efron, Corbin Bleu, I was like, man, I want to do that. Seeing In the Heights, seeing that like cultural representation and how that community just championed each other, black and brown united, that's when I really was like, oh, I can do this on an even bigger scale.
Do you know someone under sugar spell?
It shows up in everything, from how he presents himself.
I wanted to eliminate the immediate negative connotation that comes with just being a black male and just help other young black guys and girls constantly be creative and be looked at as not a threat to society and just simply like a creative being.
To the roles that he chooses.
I love bright colors. I love to show off just vibrant colors to even just help my image in public and my content. Like, I try to keep it as clean as possible. We don't always have to do a certain stereotypical role.
And what is this? But the real impact goes far beyond the screen.
A treat I've been dreaming of?
I've had so many people reach out to me and tell me like they were depressed over the holidays or they lost loved ones, and my videos online really helped them.
For Nick, this isn't just content. It's connection. It's healing.
So I do have like numerous takes.
All right, bet.
Take 20 times just because I want it perfect.
Action.
And behind the confidence is pressure he puts on himself.
I need to be one of the greatest simply because of the impact that I want.
Because for him, this is bigger than just getting it right.
I've been told everything under the sun of how I want to get to where I want to be. And that's constantly just gonna make me want it more. I'm the biggest dreamer.
Just move out of your mom's place. Man, you don't understand what type of relationship me and my mom have.
You have to move out.
What? I literally have no money, and I'm an unpaid intern.
Coming up, which California university makes the list for best fraternities and sororities? Plus, scary landing for a United flight this morning. That story is next. Welcome back. Here's a look at some of today's top stories. Britney Spears is due back in Ventura County Superior Court tomorrow morning for arraignment on a misdemeanor DUI charge. Prosecutors have filed one count of driving under the influence of alcohol. While she is not required to appear, a plea offer could include a so-called wet reckless deal with probation and DUI education requirements. A shootout overnight outside a strip mall in South LA leaves one man dead and two others hospitalized. It happened at 2 a.m. at the intersection of Firestone Boulevard and May Avenue. Sheriff's homicide investigators say two men were shot at this location. A third man, a security guard nearby, was struck by a stray bullet. Detectives say they have no vehicle or suspect description and are asking anyone with information to contact the Sheriff's Department. Redondo Beach Pier back open now after police shut it down for a couple of hours. According to the California Post, they were responding to a, quote, suspicious circumstance, and that led to an evacuation order in and around the pier. But again, it's now back open to the public. The closure causing the weekend-long Beach Life Festival to delay its start time at noon. But organizers have been given the go-ahead, and they opened their doors not long after. All right, we've been following this breaking news all night. An armed suspect and hostage standoff grips Beverly Hills. Fox 11's Matthew Seedorf is live at the scene with the latest for us. Matthew.
Well, Susan, this is very intense. That suspect, that armed suspect, still inside that pickup truck after 9 hours, and that hostage also still in the car with him. Elliot will show you what we're seeing right now. This is a new vantage point from just 30 minutes ago, because you can actually see the Sheriff's Department Special Enforcement Bureau flying drones over the pickup truck. That is where the gunman is inside, and you can see he's got that sunshade up over the windshield, making it really hard for law enforcement to see inside. Now, according to reports, the suspect is a rideshare driver, and the person that is being held hostage was a passenger in that rideshare vehicle. And again, this has been going on for about 9 hours now. That suspect also wanted for allegedly trying to attempted murder of a peace officer. But again, you can see just how tense this situation is. All the members of law enforcement hiding behind the bulletproof Bearcat, and we've been seeing drones circling this pickup truck. We're just waiting for hopefully a peaceful resolution to this. But again, it's been going on for about 9 hours at this point, and you can only imagine what that person, that hostage, has been experiencing in that pickup truck with the armed suspect that whole time. I'll go ahead and send it back to you.
Well, Matthew, I would presume that now that law enforcement have that sense that the hostage is in fact not related to the driver at all, that they are going to approach trying to get the driver out perhaps differently than before, because, you know, in the past we've seen them break the windshield to put in tear gas. I mean, but if there's an innocent hostage in there, I would think that they would think twice about that. They'd just perhaps wait it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very, very delicate situation because, again, there's an innocent person in this pickup truck, and they believe that the suspect is in there armed. They are, I guess, going through what they call sporadic communications with the suspect, negotiating, trying to get them to come out peacefully. But so far, that has not been the case, and law enforcement just doing everything they can, and it seems like this is a waiting game again for now about 9 hours.
9 hours. Matthew Seedorf, thank you for your reporting. Thousands of Spirit airline passengers left scrambling this weekend after the company ceased operations Saturday. The budget airliner officially shut down after talks for a government bailout fell apart. Fox's Madison Scarpino has more on what happens next.
The shutdown of Spirit Airlines is turning into a bit of a political blame game. You have many Democrats pointing to the war in Iran and rising fuel prices, but Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy is blaming the Biden administration, citing that Spirit was trying to merge with JetBlue just a few years ago.
The Joe Biden, Pete Buttigieg administration and DOJ tanked that deal. Immediately after that, they filed for bankruptcy. They were having financial problems. They filed for bankruptcy again last year. They were bleeding money. And so this was in the works for some time. They were going to have to liquidate.
Spirit has been dealing with financial troubles for years. President Trump was trying to save the airline with a bailout, but the deal ultimately failed. So now around 17,000 people who worked for Spirit will have to get a new job. Duffy says Spirit employees now have special access to apply for jobs at other airlines. Those airlines are also offering limited time deals for Spirit passengers, like capping ticket prices, reducing fares. And Airlines for America President Chris Sununu is praising that.
I give a lot of credit to the other airlines stepping up and saying, we're not going to let this just wither. We're going to make sure that the consumers, the customers, and the employees of Spirit are really taken care of.
Spirit Airlines is shutting down after 34 years of being in business. In Atlanta, Madison Scarpino, Fox News.
A frightening close call near Newark Airport. A United flight arriving from Italy clipped a light pole and struck a tractor trailer on the New Jersey Turnpike during landing. The plane landed safely with more than 230 people on board. The truck driver suffered minor injuries. Federal investigators are now looking into what happened here. A new national ranking of Greek life puts the University of Southern California at number 7 among the best colleges for fraternities and sororities in the country. USC is California's only school in the top 10. Florida State, Tulane, and Alabama sit at the top of the list, which is based on student and alumni reviews. I was not in the Greek system at all. Star Harvey, What about you?
Oh, no, I didn't get to participate in that either. So 2 for 2 there, Susan. As we get through the weekend, we're 2 for 2 as well. So 2 beautiful days. We did have some drizzle coming down across some of the area early today, but we dried out through most of our afternoon and into our evening. Now here's the setup. We do still continue with this disturbance offshore. It did sit, I'd say, slightly point north earlier into the weekend, but you'll see it did sag down to the south, and we will see that system push into the east. So what that means is it will move over the LA and surrounding region, which does give us the potential for seeing some of that moisture, light rain showers and drizzle into tomorrow, but also Tuesday. Right now we are under dry conditions. We do have some cloud cover in place. Clouds are sticking around with us through this evening, overnight hours, and yes, tomorrow morning as well. We're hitting 60 degrees right now in Glendora. We're at 60 at the LAX area, 62 in Santa Ana, and a nice 59 degrees out in Riverside. Our sustained winds hitting at about 5 to 10 miles per hour across the area. Our gusts, they are relevant in some of the area. We're going to see most of that up near the Antelope Valley, but also Victorville, as well as our low deserts. And you'll see right there across Riverside, our winds currently gusting anywhere from about 15 to close to 30 miles per hour with those areas that I just talked about. Otherwise, our lows tonight are getting close to their normal. That means that most of us will see our temperatures in the low to upper 50s. We will have some of those 40s scattered off across the Victorville as well as the Lancaster Palmdale area. Fraser Park going for 30s, and our Big Bear area dropping, sub-freezing, 29 degrees. It is going to be a cool one, especially getting up in the morning. 59 degrees for the Palm Springs area with those lows tonight. Our Futurecast is going to do a play-by-play here for you, showing you what to expect over the next 2 days with our potential drizzle, but also light shower activity moving in. Here's a look at tonight, moving over into tomorrow. Throughout the day, we could see a chance for some of those pop-up showers producing. We're not talking much in terms of accumulation. As we move over into Tuesday, we are looking at a similar weather activity where we could again see some more of those pop-up showers producing light shower activity, maybe some drizzle for some of us as well. It's when we hit Wednesday that we start to see another pattern shift in. That is going to lead us into dry conditions, but also we may see some of those winds kicking back across the area for the middle of the week, but our high pressure system will follow in shortly after, and that is what is going to allow for our temperatures moving into the middle and end of next week to really warm up. So we'll get this week started in the 60s. There's a chance for that precipitation, not just tomorrow, but also moving into Tuesday, and then our warm up does look like going into the 70s, and then 80-degree temperatures to end our work week. So next weekend, it's going to be lovely out there. Let's go ahead and send things over to Gerard with a look at sports.
Superstar, thank you. Good evening. Coming up, Lakers have high praise for their next opponent, and they should. How will they take down the reigning champion OKC Thunder? We'll talk about it. Plus, the Dodgers bounce back to avoid a sweep in St. Louis, and Carson Bench laying out to help the Mets knock off the Angels. But first, tonight's Pachanga Sports poll question of the night: which Lakers role player will be the biggest X factor against the Thunder? DeAndre Ayton, Rui Hachimura, Jackson Hayes, Luke Kennard, Jake LaRavia, or Marcus Smart? Head to foxla.com/vote and cast your vote. The results coming up at the end of sports.
Fox 11 Sports Desk is sponsored by Pechanga Resort Casino.
Welcome back. We're under 48 hours away from tip-off of the Lakers' toughest test yet, taking on the defending champion OKC Thunder in the second round. Purple and gold trying to throw a wrench in the plans of Oklahoma City, who is trying to become the first team to repeat since the 2017-18 Golden State Warriors. The shorthanded Lakers took down the Houston Rockets in 6 games, led by yet another impressive performance from 41-year-old LeBron James. There's no update on when they can hope to have Luka Doncic return, so they'll need to help all they can to get the tremendous Thunder squad off their spots and off their rhythm. A Thunder squad that is rare air statistically speaking overall.
Of teams that have had back-to-back or even more than that, 10 or more better net ratings in consecutive seasons. You're talking about the 95-96 Bulls, the 96-97 Bulls, and then the 15 through 17 Warriors. You're literally talking about 2 of the greatest teams of all time. I said to a bunch of people yesterday, the Thunder are one of the greatest teams ever in NBA history. That's just the reality. They are. They're that good. I think our guys recognize that and respect that, and we know what kind of task we have in front of us.
You could say nobody thought we were going to get past Houston, but everybody in this building believed. So, it's the same mindset going into this. We obviously know, like I said, the team that we're about to face and how good they are and the problems that they, can create through 48 minutes. So we'll have to lock in every single day, film, whatever it can be, to continue to get better and pay attention to all the little details like they do.
Thunder crushed the Lakers in the regular season, sweeping them 4 games in the series, dominating overall. OKC outscored the Lake Show by nearly 30 points per game. However, Lakers only had their big 3 of LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves in 1 of those 4 games. And that was the April 2nd night when Luka suffered his hamstring injury, which he has yet to return from. How about some Game 7 action in the NBA? Raptors and Cavaliers in Cleveland. Cavs opening up a can in the third, led by Jared Allen, up 72-59. Max Strus steals the rock from Scotty Barnes. Allen throwing down in the monster jam at the other end. He posted 22 points, 19 boards, and 3 blocks. Toronto hanging around, but Cleveland puts the decider on ice. On top by 11, 2 minutes remaining. Strus buries the triple. Cavaliers win 114-102. It's their 5th straight victory in a Game 7. They advance to the East semis for a 3rd straight season. Earlier this afternoon, Magic and Pistons, Game 7 in Motown. Detroit taking command in the third on top 64-51. Cade Cunningham blowing past Paolo Banchero and rises for the one-hand rim rocker. Cunningham, a team-high 32-point, 12-assist double-double. Pistons cruising in the 4th, leading by 20. Denise Jenkins on target from the baseline beyond the arc. Pistons beat Orlando 116-94, winning their first playoff series in 18 years. They'll face the Cavs in the second round. Let's talk more playoff action on the ice. The Ducks off to Vegas for their matchup against the Golden Knights. This is the first time Anaheim has made the second round since 2017. They won all 3 showdowns, by the way, against Vegas this season, but every victory came by just 1 goal, and 2 of those needed overtime. So with Game 1 tomorrow, Joe Quenneville's squad ready for a challenge against a team with plenty of postseason experience, making the playoffs for the 8th time in 9 years.
They got their best stretch here late in the year, and going into this round here is, they've been very effective, and we'll have some things we got to worry about. But I think that we're exiting our last series on a high note, knowing that we probably played our best game in the series and maybe the season, and which is positive.
To the diamond, Dodgers trying to break out of a kind of an early May slump. Blue Crew riding a season-worst 4-game losing streak and in danger of actually being swept for the first time all year long. This afternoon, Blue Crew trying to right the ship against the Cardinals in St. Louis. Former Dodger Dustin May on the hill.
She enjoyed doing that.
And he was given his World Series ring on Friday, but he ran into trouble against his former teammates early on. Dodgers leading 1-0 in the second. Ha-Seong Kim, base knock to right center. Here comes Max Muncy. Kim's RBI single gives the boys in blue a 2-0 advantage. Shohei Ohtani's been struggling at the dish. In the fifth, with the man aboard, he hits the hard grounder to second. Kim advances, but Ohtani 0 for 3 on the day. He's 0 for 14 in his last 4 games, his longest streak without a hit since 2022. Still, Dodgers cash in. Up next, Freddie Freeman singles up the middle off May. Here comes Kim around from second. Dodgers take a 3-0 advantage. Justin Robleski came in sporting a 1.50 ERA and a team best 4-0 record. In the sixth, he induces the weak ground ball off the bat of Alex Burleson for the routine out. Robo does not allow a run in 6 innings of work, and he picks up another win. Dodgers salvage the series finale, 4-1 the final.
I noticed, and it's kind of funny, like joking with Mark, like maybe one time they're going to swing and miss with 2 strikes here today, but no, it's funny, and yeah, it's something that, again, just keep moving forward, and I'm sure the strikeouts will come.
The at-bats were good, and getting timely hits, having some good walks, some good at-bats, and, we didn't break out today, but we scored more than they did, so that's a good start.
That's usually the way it works. Angels finishing out their set against the Mets at the Big A. Check this out. Mets down 1-0 in the third. Juan Soto, the chopper to Nolan Schanuel. He looks to turn the double play, but the ball's stuck in the webbing of his glove, so he tosses the glove to pitcher Jack Kahano. Hits, recording the out. Not something you see every day in the bigs. Mets get on the board in the fourth. Mark Vientos all over the Kahano with sinker. Deep and over the center field wall as Mike Trout can only take a look for the go-ahead homer. Mets lead it 2-1. They would stretch the advantage to a pair of runs in the eighth. Vientos added again, another 2-run blast, his 4th homer of the year. And that would give the Mets some insurance as they up the advantage to 5-1. Angels trying to come back in the bottom of the ninth. Vaughn Grissom, line shot to right, but watch Carson Benj stretch out and make the highlight reel with a Superman-like dive. Angels fall 5-1, dropping the series as well. Finally, congrats to the UCLA Bruins women's beach volleyball team. Earlier today, they took down top-ranked Stanford, winning their 3rd national championship in program history. This marks the school's 127th overall NCAA title and its 3rd school title this year, along with women's basketball and men's water polo. What a year the Bruins have had. All right, finally, on to the results of our Pechanga Sports poll question of the night. Which Lakers role player will be the biggest X factor against the Oklahoma City Thunder? DeAndre Ayton, Rui Hachimura, Jackson Hayes, Luke Kennard, Jake LaRavia, or Marcus Smart? And everyone's going pretty much with Jake LaRavia. A little defense, maybe some three-point shooting, some rebounding. All hands on deck. That's what it's going to take to prolong the series and maybe give the Lakers a chance to get Luka back somewhere down the stretch. All right, that's your Sunday Night Sports. More news with Susan coming up after the break.
Fox 11 Entertainment is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino.
In entertainment, 20 years later, Miranda Priestley is still calling the shots at the box office.
Oh. Well, look what TJ Maxx dragged in.
Sorry. Who is this? Do you know her? Do I know her?
I'm Andy Sachs. Andrea.
She was one of the Emilys.
One of the what?
The Devil Wears Prada 2 opened with a blockbuster $77 million domestically and more than $233 million worldwide, making it one of the biggest openings of the year and far surpassing the original film's debut. Fresh off a surprise Coachella appearance, Casey Musgraves is hitting the road for her Middle of Nowhere tour. The North American run kicks off in August and includes 2 nights at Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles this October. Tickets go on sale to the public May 8th. Now here's a look at upcoming shows at Yamava. All right, let's get caught up on this breaking news. We're going to go back to Matthew Seedorf. He is in the area of Beverly Hills near Burton and Robertson. And what's happening now? Is there any movement, Matthew?
Yeah, Susan, we actually have some good news. About 5 minutes ago, we did see some movement, and then I did some text with my members of law enforcement, the sources, and it sounds like the person that was being held hostage for the better part of 9 hours was taken out of that pickup truck and is safe. Now, that standoff continues out here. Elliot will show you a live look. The Special Enforcement Bureau for the LA County Sheriff's Department still surrounding that pickup truck. Again, we're getting reports that this driver, the suspect, was actually a rideshare driver, and the person that he was being holding hostage was the passenger. Again, this went on for about 9 hours, and the standoff out here continues. But again, the good news to report tonight is that the hostage has been taken out and is safe. Now, Susan, I'll go ahead and send it back to you.
What was the original want for this suspect?
Yeah, so the suspect was pulled over early this morning around 3 a.m. For a traffic violation. He injured LA County Sheriff's deputy in that and has since been charged with attempted murder of a peace officer. His plates came back today in Beverly Hills. There was a police chase, crash, and a standoff now ever since, going on about 9.5 hours.
Amazing. Well, the good news is that hostage was released by the driver. Thank you so much, Matthew. Let's go now to Star Harvey for a last look at our weather before we say goodnight.
Yes, that's right. This is a live look out at the Santa Monica area. We do see the pier there in the distance. And, you know, we did have a cool off happen and temperatures dropping down into the 50s for our lows tonight. As we make our way back into tomorrow, we can expect to see our highs similar to today. We are talking in the 60s for today as well as tomorrow. And then we are looking at a chance for 20% chance of showers tomorrow, but also Tuesday, light showers at best, drizzle for some of the rest of us. By Wednesday, we are going to see those conditions dry out. Maybe we'll have some winds to contend with as well. And then look at those temperatures by the end of this week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We are shooting for the low to mid 80s for the LA Inland Orange County area. So
kind of a mixed bag of weather this week.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of rain and end of the week some heat. All right, Star, thank you. That's it for us tonight. Thanks so much for watching. Good Morning Football is next. Thank you for being here, Gerard.
I love being here with you, Susan. every Saturday and Sunday.
Exactly. Yes. And Star, thank you too. All right, everybody, we'll see you next time.